This is for customer Jason Vance. We're doing a walkthrough on the shingles that will have to be manipulated and changed out on a 33 count that insurance accounted for. So we have one damage down there. We have another, the second damaged shingle there. That's on the front porch area. Then I'll be walking through. Bear with me. For the rest of the counts. So this is shingle number 3. Okay, this shingle, this one damaged shingle, it ends right here. So the shingle goes up the valley. That means we have to tear out these shingles. Cannot reuse shingles with their holes. This has affected the third shingle right here. Now we have to replace this fourth shingle, which goes from here all the way over. Fourth, fifth shingle, as you can see, it ends there. Fifth shingle, sixth shingle, and seventh shingle, and then eighth shingle, because the shingle will come up to here, okay? So that is all the affected shingles. It's going to be 8 shingles now. Now we'll move on. I do have number 9 over there, so I'm going to skip. This is the 10th damaged shingle. The reason why we have outlined these shingles or in replacing them, there would be the shingles that are actually manipulated to replace the shingle, which we will be doing a repair ability test on this as well. But this is number 10, 11 right here. Okay, this is the 12th right here, and 13th wind damaged shingle. I have this up here because replacing these shingles, we will have to remove the ridge cap. We cannot reuse the shingles per manufacturer specifications, the caps. So we will have to replace at minimum 7 feet of ridge cap here, being that this shingle, which is the end, we'll have to lift up this, which will mean we'll have to go out to here. So this will be the last ridge cap shingle. Same for over there. So that's 7 feet of ridge cap that will have to be replaced. As I stated before, the number 9th shingle I skipped over is over here. There's the 9th damaged shingle. Okay. And then now we're back to 14, where I left off from that side. So this is the 14th wind damaged shingle, which you have a creasing here. This was documented beforehand. The shingle will go up here, and the same thing applies. This is the 14th shingle. Now this shingle will have to be replaced. The 15th, and the 16th, 17th, 18th, because this shingle here is split. So 18th shingle, 19th shingle, and as you can see here, that shingle is split here and here. So this is one shingle, this is 19th, and this is the 20th. So now we're at 20 shingles. Next we'll move on. Next one damaged shingle. This is in the field. So as long as repairability is there, we'll be able to repair this no problem. But we will be doing a repairability test as well. It's harder to see with the shadow line, but you can see the creasing there. That's number 21. Then we have number 22 here. Number 23 here in the field as well. Okay, number 24 here in the field. Okay, then we have number 25, which is down here. It's in the shadow, it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, number 26. So on this dormer over here. Okay, then we'll move up to the top. Now we have this damaged number 27 shingle. That one is going to actually need to replace some ridge as well. And that's going to be at least 5 feet because these shingles are on the outside right here. So we're going to have to replace that ridge there. Okay, so number 27, we're going to go over here to 28. Okay, 28. This is the same thing. We're going to have to detach and reset the ridge vent, which is reusable, but the ridge caps will not be reusable. So I said 9 foot because not only do we have that shingle here, we have this shingle here that is damaged, which comes out to here. Now, you're wondering why we have to replace these. Well, we have to remove the ridge vent. Ridge vents are in 4-foot sections, as you can see here. So that's why it's warranted to replace 9 feet of ridge cap on this section. Okay, and we have, like I said, the 29th shingle. Now we're going to go to the back side. The back had 19 wind damaged shingles. They're all in the field, marked out on what shingles will be manipulated to remove and replace those shingles. But we have here another shingle that is damaged at the ridge. You have to go up under 2 layers and remove the nails. To remove the nails for the shingle, you have to take up this ridge. So this is another 5 feet of ridge here. So that's an additional 5 feet of ridge that has to be replaced by replacing this one shingle, which was missed on the original estimate. This here, same thing, but it does coincide with the front, so no additional footage is needed other than this 9 feet here. Then we move on to the other damaged shingle. Like I said, the front had 29 after manipulation and having to go up the valleys or whatnot. Then we have this one here. Here's another 5 feet of ridge that's going to have to be replaced. So you say, why 5 feet? If it's a 3-foot shingle, well, that's simple because we have the ridge vent, which is 4 feet. Now, replacing this ridge vent, we're going to have to take this up to actually here. From here to this section, which the shingles have to be manipulated, that is 5 feet. Okay, so total on the main ridge, 24 feet of ridge. Added the 7 feet from that dormer, we are now at 31 total feet of ridge. So the 33 shingle repair that you requested is not possible with the location of the damaged shingles. It would bring the total at minimum, that's without damaging any other shingles in the field or surrounding when we remove and replace the shingles, 29 up front, 19 in the back, for a total of 48 shingles, not 33. That being said, now we're going to perform a repair on the back here where there's a good section to do it. So we'll be performing a repair. This is a good spot to do the repair on this wind damaged shingle here. And depending on how the repair test goes, will be depending on if we need to add more shingles to the repair. And also, that's actually misspoken. There's 19 on this back section, and then we do have 2 more on this rear slope, which you can actually see one right there and one right there, which are in the field, so they don't directly affect any ridges or valleys.